I just played a certain role, and anybody that came around Rough Riders talking about they rap had to come through me. So before I came around, you know, DMX, Dragon, the Locks, they was battle rapping and doing whatever they had to do before I came around. But once I came around, it's like I held it down so that they could focus on music. I ain't really have no budgets opened up yet. So I was just focusing on battle rap. And I was telling them, go ahead, focus on your albums, do what y'all doing. Anybody come through here, I'm going to give them the business. Y'all don't got to worry about shit. So I was playing that position for a long time over there at Rough Rider. So it was competitive, but it was fun. I loved it. It was grimy. It was gutter. It was a lot of street niggas around. A lot of niggas that just came home from prison that was playing industry roles. You know what I mean? It was different than a lot of record labels, but I was fucking with the environment. And I was a young nigga, so I was able to learn a lot from the niggas that was over there.
I can dig that, most definitely. And see, you dropped to me your biggest, not your biggest project. Well, yes, your biggest project to me personally, but you dropped your biggest project in that era of your Rough Riders time with Swiss Beats. How did you link with him? Like what brought that environment? Because it's Swiss Beats is a very different brother from you. Y'all vibes don't. Y'all seem to come from two different worlds. So how was that connection? How did y'all make that brotherhood that y'all made at that time?
Like I said, I got signed to Rough Riders in '99, and if you think about '99, Rough Riders was popping around that time. They had some artists out that was doing their thing, but Swiss wasn't as developed as he is now. It's like, I mean, he had a couple records out, but he wasn't like the Swiss that you know him as now. But he was a big producer over there at Rough Riders, and I was signed to Rough Riders. So when I was over there giving everybody the business, that's how we developed the relationship. Like, we would see each other all of the time in the studio. We would be around each other, and he would just see me biting heads off all the time. So that's how we started to develop like more of a friendship. And he wanted to get his own production company. You know what I mean? Like, Rough Riders is a production company. So he wanted his own production company, but he needed an artist, and he wanted me as a solo artist. So that's how we started doing business together. And we started Full Surface Records. And
Yes, sir.
that's when I got out of my deal with Rough Riders, because I had a deal with Rough Riders and a 3-man group called Larceny Family. Me, Shiz, Lansky, and Kyle Akbar. So I got out that deal and signed a new deal to my new production company, which was Full Surface Records, me and Swiss production company. And then I went and got an artist deal with G Records. So it was something G Records, Clive Davis, Charles Goldstuck, and they gave me a deal. So that's how I was able to put out my first album, Split Personality, my second album, I'm a Hustler, my third album, Bars. A lot of the hit records and the singles that you know that was coming back by the machine was coming from that situation right there.
Now, I want to ask, do you think that they hindered being on a label throughout your career and being independent now? Do you think it hindered who you could be as an artist? Like, because you made it big, man. Like, you've done some legendary tracks, and you have songs that will last forever. But I will always say, as an adult now, as a rapper, as a person that really analyzes rap, that I felt like they put you in a box. Because the Cassidy that I listened to as a kid and the industry Cassidy, to me, were two different Cassidys. And
I never was different, man. I've been the same forever. You know, I've been out for damn near 20 years, and you
yes,
listen
sir.
to the interview now or listen to me in the interview 20 years ago, I carry it the same way. I ain't changed nothing. None of my stories change. I ain't alter my ways, the shit I think. It's like I'm like the same nigga.
Yes,
So
sir.
it was a different Cassidy. It's just that I talk about all different type of shit. I deal with all different type of shit in my life. So I knew I was that. I called my first album Split Personality because of that. So I'm gonna do all different type of records, but when you got a machine behind you, who picks the records that you go with, who controls the image that people see of you, is not all your responsibility. It's a lot of people that play a part in that. So a lot of the records that they was choosing for me to go with wasn't the records that people was used to me doing, because I wasn't making them type of records before. I was just battle rapping or on mixtapes and getting busy. So once I started making records, it was a different side that people never seen of me. And the records that the labels decided to pick and singles wasn't necessarily the records that I always would have made singles myself if I was like an independent artist.
Understood. And speaking of now, you've been an independent artist. I want to tell you that song "Addict." I really fuck with that song, man. Like that right there. Like I felt that song.
What song?
"Addict."
Addict?
Yeah.
What is a recent song?
Yours. Yes.
Nah, it's called Lean on Me.
That's your PR said it as "Addict." I've been listening to it like that. I'm sorry about that. That was a misconception. That was a misprint in the email.
Yeah.
But
It's
"Lean on Me." Yes.
based around addicts, like rehabs and people having somebody to lean on just in case they might be about to relapse. So it's based around that. I premiered it on World Star July, I think the 12th, July the 12th.
Because
And
I seen the post on Instagram, and that's what made me really,
it's already past 3 million views on World Star.
man.
It's on a bunch of numbers on YouTube and a bunch of other sites. So anybody tuned in that ain't see it yet, go check it out. It's a dope record.
And
And
that's
it's
what I wanted to talk to you about, that record specifically.
on platforms too. Apple Music is everywhere, so you can listen to it too. The record is out everywhere.
What was the inspiration for that record? Because that record touches souls, man. That I can like, and I'm not saying it as a hyperbole. Like it really does. Like I felt that song. Because as a person that used to, I suffered from lean addiction for a while. So it was, you know what I'm saying, like hearing you, the way that you spoke, like I'm an addict, like I gotta have it. Like you owning up to the fact that you a hustler and the fact that you gotta go get it. And you telling people like if you are an addict, own up to it. If you want to change, change.
And basically, what I'm telling you is everybody an addict. Some people just look down on certain addicts. Like you might got a lean addiction and somebody might look down on that. But they may be addicted to something else and might not even realize their addiction. So everybody addicted to something. And I started breaking down a lot of addictions that people got. You know, and we can't really point the finger or try to look down on somebody. We just got to lean on each other and help each other out and understand why we got this addiction. Like, why do we want to be addicted to certain things? And once we understand that, then we'll be in a better place.
And you know what? You couldn't have said it any better, man, because that song, man, it put chills through me. It put chills through me. Like, even talking about it now, I got a little shaky on that because I'm like,
Appreciate you.
man, yeah, like I said, I've been listening to you since I was about 11 years old. I'm 29 now. Like, I listen to you because you always kept it real. Even when I felt like, and I wanted to speak about that, do you feel like the game blackballed you at a certain point?
It's impossible to blackball me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm already edged in stone. I'm a legend. I'm going down in history. People never gonna forget about me. So you can't blackball me. People just manipulated by how business is done. And they think that you at your biggest point when you right in their face. But it's not because the most people like you or you making the best songs. It's just because you got a machine behind you and they spending the most money for you to be in everybody's face. And it's people think you making money when they see you all in their face, but they don't realize that it costs money to be in everybody's face. So people think like when you making other moves and you not all on the radio and they don't see your video every day, they don't think you as big as you was 20 years ago when they used to see it like that. But that's not necessarily true. Like I'm a way better businessman and in a way better position now than I was back then 20 years ago when you see my face everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but a lot of people don't understand how the business work and how the business go. But I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to make an impression on other people for them to think that I'm successful, because that's not what really make you successful. I'm here to prove that I'm the best with writing bars and nobody could fuck with me. And my success is all based on what I do for me, my friends, and my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm able to do that, I'm good. I'm not here to keep making an impression on the people. I did that when I was young. But it's like I learned so much and I'm developed and I done proved this so many times that I don't got nothing to prove no more. So I'm just focusing on the music and being creative. And I think that's what all artists need to do. And now that we having a revolution, it's hard times, it's like people not even focus on how many cars you got or how many Grammys you won or how many times like niggas ain't even focused on that really no more. It's about different shit right now. The game's gonna keep turning around. It's gonna keep getting different. So I'm just focused on being creative and making music. And that's what a lot of these niggas need to do. Instead of showing you all these cars and jury and these awards that they so-called won when they fucked up too. They not even in a good position like the picture to be. So instead of portraying that, niggas need to just be creative and make better projects, better albums, better music, have a better image, be a better man. Um, Niggas need to carry themselves better. Like niggas need to stop being pedophiles. That is, niggas need to stop abusing women. That is, niggas need to stop being pussy. That is, get some heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you a melanated person, stand up for your race in this fight that we having right now. Speak up. Stop being pussy. Stop ratting on people that look like you and trying to get in the same position that you trying to get in, and you telling on them and you using them to benefit yourself. All these niggas in the industry that know that they about to give niggas the worst deals in the world, knowing they about to ruin niggas' careers and just keep signing niggas and putting niggas in this predicament. All this shit need to stop. A bunch of shit need to stop. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. Now, speaking about what we're going through as a people right now, man, first of all, I want to say justice for Breonna Taylor. It's been way too long. We haven't heard anything. They act like they don't want to move. Man, they just said that the officer that killed, I believe, I can't remember. It wasn't a well-known article, but it was an article about a woman that got hung. I forgot her name, but the officer's not getting charged in that either. I want to ask you, man, like, as a black man right now, how do you feel in the position that you are in where you can speak up and you do have a platform to speak to people? Like, how do you feel right now as a black person in America?
I feel powerful. I feel excited. I feel happy. Like, I know a lot of information and I know the truth. So I'm happy to be melanated. I think that's what you need. That's what you need is a blessing. So I'm happy to be in this predicament. And I know we going through issues, we always was, but it's a time where information is available to melanated people. So a lot of people is waking up, a lot of people is getting more informed, and everybody not on the same timeline. That's what you got to understand. So just because you might be waking up and somebody else might be waking up, it don't mean y'all woke up at the same time and y'all got the same amount of information. Y'all got the same amount of information and shit. Like, they might be further along the line than you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in a different place, everybody in a different point. But one thing that is good is everybody is getting information and starting to realize the truth, starting to realize where we lacking, starting to realize the inconsistencies in a lot of stories they've been taught their whole life. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? More melanated people getting in power, more melanated people understanding their power and what they got to do to make things change. And that's happening now. And you're seeing a lot of change happening. So I ain't complaining. I ain't mad. I'm in a good place. I'm happy. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm happy that the world is moving how it's moving. Because everything happened how it's supposed to happen. People think that some smart person or some rich person or some higher power on this earth could overpower the real higher power. And it's like, nobody or nothing can overpower the higher power's plan. So everything is going according to plan, exactly how it's supposed to go. And what we got to do is just figure out um, the part that we supposed to play in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to go how it's going to go, and there's nothing we could do. So I'm just happy to be living, happy to be here, happy to be talking to you, and happy that it's people listening and tapping in.
And see, I'm glad that you said it like that because most people don't have such a positive outlook with the way it is right now, and that's what we need. We need to see the upside of this. Like we're waking up as a people, and we starting to really realize that we are as powerful as they feel we are. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that. I do want to shift gears though because as a blossoming battle rapper myself, I'm in a league called Our Society. I want to talk to you about battle rap, especially the battle rap's current landscape. Because it's very different now. It's not. I was just watching some. Some URL today. Like me and my girl, we watched battle rap, right? And it's real audience reaction heavy now. It's not. They don't really focus on the sense of the box. I feel so. I've also watched some of your recent battles, the one with Arts, the one with Goods. I watched those, and people have their opinions. But I want to know, like, right now, with the shape that battle rap is in, where do you feel the game is at right now? Do you think it's better than it has been, or do you think it's back on the decline?
Um, you mean is battle rap better now?
Than it was when you were first coming into the game, when you were when you were really in the game, like full time.
It depends on which category you talking about. Like more people are interested in battle rap now.
It is more mainstream.
More investors. There's more people actually battle rapping. There's more people that um are fans of just battle rap itself now. So it's growing. There's a lot of things that's better, and there's a lot of things that are progressing, but it's a lot of rules and regulations missing in the progression. So it's a lot of things that's worse. Like as far as like preparation, the amount of rounds that you got in your clip, um, what happens when you stumble or fumble? Like back when we used to battle, once you mumble or stumble, I go right in with my verse. Like you can't even finish your verse. Like it's over. Once you stumble or mess up, it's over. Like now the next person rap again. It's like different now, different rules and regulations. The way that you can prepare for a battle is different than it used to be back in the day. Now you got months and months of time, and you got the internet. You could do research. You could look up people's story and prepare little gimmicks and stuff like that. It's like that
Yeah,
was part of battle rap in the beginning. Battle rap was really just to prove who was the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? And that's what battle rap is supposed to be about. But now, since it's a business, there's a lot of other things that came into play that people use to try to be successful in the business. And that's just what happens when business people get involved. The same thing with hip hop. Hip hop started off a completely different way than it is now. But that's because it's a $1 billion business and there's so many people eating and got their hands in it and trying to eat from it that a lot of other things get implemented, you know what I mean, into hip hop for people to be able to win and benefit. So that's just what come along with shit getting bigger. And the bigger battle rap get, the more people gonna play a part that's not really a part of the culture, that don't battle rap, that didn't used to watch battle rap, that don't know nothing about it. All they know is a lot of people want to watch it, and we could use this budget to make this amount of money. And they're gonna start investing, but they're gonna start having their little rules and well, you can't say this, or we don't want you ever doing a battle. You can't out these people, or they're gonna have their rules, and that
yeah.
start to change. The more people get involved, then it's going to take more people getting involved for more money to get into it. And that's why you see TV the way it is, radio the way it is, hip hop the way it is, because there's so many investors, so much money into it that people got say so over what goes on.
Okay.
Politics like how it is too, because they got investors, man.
So now, that was a good answer. Now I'm gonna get a little bit deep on that, right? I feel like bar for bar, you won the goods battle. I feel like the crowd was biased. Would you do a rematch with goods now?
Nah, it's over for goods. I mean, if somebody pay me to do it, I ain't pick goods in the first place. Like, and,
Hold on, y'all.
beat goods even.
Oh, he's coming back. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, all right, we back.
Yeah, my bad.
That's cool.
Yeah, but nah, that was the biggest moment in Good's career battling me, man. That was a dream come true for him, man. I made his day. And I'm not even really focused on battle rap though. I got 2 projects I'm dropping next month. You know what I mean? I only go back to battle rap when they offer me the right bag. Like them dudes is full-time battle rappers. That's what they do. I
But
I just run battle rap. Like I'm the biggest thing. So they call me back when they trying to further the culture and make the biggest amounts of money. They got to bring me back. But I ain't really interested in battling nobody, especially Goods again, because I already proved that he can't fuck with me. And since I battled, what did he do?
Yeah, all this stuff is before you.
Yeah, it's like he had battles even after us, but nobody talk about them battles. Every time they talk to him, they bring up the battle with me and him because I'm the energy. I'm the big
Mm-hmm.
battle rap. I'm all niggas really care about. Whether they love me or they hate me, I'm still all niggas care about and talk about because I'm that nigga. These niggas want to be me. They always looked up to me and always wanted to play the role that I really am. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they never gonna be able to beat me. None of this shit these niggas say and do is real. It's like imitation shit. And all this shit that I do and everything I say is how I really carry it. And
Talk.
even after a bunch of battles, I'm still the same nigga. Like they don't make me look cornier. They don't make me look no type of way. I actually start looking better after I battle all of these niggas. And these niggas look worse and worse. So it show you who really won and who really losing. Look at my views. Look at my numbers. Look how many phone calls I get from every owner of every league. I run shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand why niggas hate and don't like this energy I bring to the table. If I was a battle rapper, I would like.
Talk. So now you just brought up you have two projects, and I was sent the song called "It's a Wrap." Now that jump, I want to know which project will "It's a Wrap" be on? Because I think I'm just my opinion. I think that one should come out as a single.
Nah, it's a rap is an older song that I released just as a single, just heating the streets up. That's not a part of no project. That's like a older record that I released, but I give it up all of the time, man. I got a bunch of new records, like 11 new records out that I produced myself, bars and beat collection. Um, I got the Lean on Me, the Proud to
Yes,
Be.
sir.
Got a bunch of records out, but next month I'm dropping two projects. Same way I used to battle myself on my intros, I'm dropping two projects and they're gonna be battling each other.
Oh yeah. So what are the? Can we get the names of these projects? Please tell me we can get the names of these projects.
One of the projects is called Bars is Back, the other one is called The Energy.
Yes. Sir. Okay. So now this Balls is Back movement, right? I want to. I was going to ask you, man, how can I get a shirt? Because I seen the shirt in one of your battles, and I want one. I pay for it all the way. Like I want one.
CassidyTheHustler.com, all of the merchandise, sweatsuits, t-shirts,
There we go.
hats, Corona masks, whatever you want, man, is all up there on the website, man. We
Yes, sir.
shipping out to anywhere in the world, so anybody can place their order right now.
Yes, sir. So this Balls is Back, man. What are you trying to say to the game right now with this Balls is Back project? Because this one, I feel like Balls is Back is going to be something. I feel like it's going to wake them up, and I want to know what you trying to say to them with this.
I'm letting them know that Bars is back, and it's like a triple or quadruple entendre because um, Bars is back. We first of all, me, Barry Adrian Reese, Bars, he is back himself. I'm back giving it up, like getting busy. I'm back active. So I'm talking about that. Then Bars, lyrics, like rhymes, dope lyrics and dope rhymes is back. Like for years and years, we've been getting like entertained with music that ain't really have a lot of bars. Not saying it ain't good music, it's good to dance to, vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turning up for years. And when we had a black president, he was manipulated to think everything was all good. So we wanted to celebrate and dance, just party. But now we realize that it's not really how it's supposed to be. Like it's not really right. So now niggas ain't really trying to dance as much no more. They not really wanting to party no more. They need some information. They need some guidance. Niggas is sad. Niggas is don't know what to do. Niggas is confused. So they need a different type of music. And that's what's back. And in order to bring them that type of music, you're gonna need bars. You can't flow play that type of music. You can't just harmonize that type of music. You gotta really say something and have a message. And that's what the culture is demanding right now. So the business is different from the culture. But whatever the culture demand, the business got to provide. So you're going to start to see the business start signing more artists with bars because that's what the culture demanding right now. So when I say bars is back, and even with bars like where you get liquor from, because of the quarantine and the shutdowns, now bars is opening back up. So it's just bars back all the way around, man.
I can dig it, man. So I saw a question on it, which is a very good question. I was bringing that up next. Are there any features on these projects coming up, or is this all you?
Nah, it's some features, but I'm not even announcing them, man. I got some dope people, man. My real family know who featured on there. But all of the features, I got so many records and I ain't even handing the projects yet that I'm not even sure which records is gonna make it. I got 2 projects battling each other because I make so much music and I'm so active and these dudes are so lazy. It's been a whole quarantine time. They supposed to have all this money, studios in their house, all these cars, all this liquor and jewelry. So where the fuck these niggas should be dropping 5, 6, 7, 8 albums by now? It's like this whole
Yeah.
time. What the fuck y'all been doing? Y'all been locked in. Y'all don't got shit to do. But these niggas is not really creative. They need A&Rs picking their beats. They need a bunch of writers that they can steal flows and steal lines from. They need to be out in the streets and listening to what's wavy so they can steal concepts and steal direction. It's a bunch of shit that gotta come together for these niggas to make their music. And I do my shit from the muscle. So it don't matter if I'm locked in a room by myself for years. I can still continue to make music because I do this shit on my own. And that's the reason why I call myself the GOAT. That's the reason why I say bars is back.
And you definitely are the GOAT.
That's
Like,
why when I say that, the only niggas that question it is like uninformed fans. You would never hear like a legend with wild plaques and Grammys on his wall come on the Instagram and question that. They never question that because they know how I give it up. Most of them know how I gave them bars, gave them direction, or been in the studio with them and had niggas afraid of what I was about to say. They know how I've been giving it up for so many years. They know. They done seen me battle. They done called me to the studio and had niggas that they thought was hot, and I done destroyed them niggas time and time again. So that's why they don't say nothing. The only niggas that say shit is uninformed fans that don't do their research and don't know how I really give it up. Like,
man, yeah, they definitely don't know because if you don't know where the freestyle mixtape game really started from, it started with Cassidy. This man would come out and rip 40, 50 tracks and it hit the streets. And it'll be industry beats. Before Wayne did it, before all these other rappers tried to do it, it was Cassidy. If y'all do not know. And I would say that as a fact. He was killing beats before killing beats was cool.
it's a science to this. That's why a lot of dudes can't stay hot as long as I can. Like, I've been out for a long period of time and I'm still hot. A lot of people can't maintain that energy. But even if they is still hot, they got a whole new style, a whole new flow, a whole new way they're giving it up now. And if you listen to the old shit, you might not like it as much now. You might like their new shit now, but the old shit ain't as good because it's old. But I don't cheat on the science. You could pull up shit I did 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 2 years ago. And all it's all like make you feel the same way. Like, people don't even know when they listening to something at what point in my life I did it at, because I always give it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving it up no matter what. Like, and that's what these niggas don't do. And it's like the fans act like they don't see it, but it's clear as day. All of the fans see it. They just need somebody like me to bring it to their attention.
There's a lot of people in this. There's a lot of people in this chat right now asking about a versus battle because you know this whole versus thing has been popping on Instagram.
I'm
So
ready. I'm
who
ready
would
to
you?
battle for real. I'm ready to battle anybody in the industry for real, like with real bars. So
Who
of
would
course,
you? Who would? All right. So if you, all right. Well, let's say because I know you and Meek had that. You and Meek had the battle, not the battle, the diss track beef, and that was all in sport. And I was gonna say I like that. I like how y'all handled that. It was just two people who had bars. It's like, look, if either we gonna battle, we're gonna put it on tracks. And I fuck with that. It wasn't no anger, it wasn't no hostility. It was just two good men from the same city.
I fuck with Meek. Meek got big hits. Meek on his thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the city and all that. But when I had like hit records out, and had the city on Smash, Meek was still up and coming. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Wow, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So I do a versus with at least somebody that's been around.
Would you do all right? So would you do a versus with Lil Wayne after Gilly stopped writing for him?
Say that again.
Would you do a versus with Lil Wayne after Gilly stopped writing for him?
I don't know when Gilly started or stopped writing for the ball, but I fuck with Wayne. Like, I fuck with the South, period. Like, they be trying to make it seem like East Coast niggas don't fuck with the South or fuck with the West. Like, I fuck with all coasts. Any nigga that give it up and get busy and is about hip hop, I fuck with them. Like, on my first album, um, I mean my second album, my first album and my second album, I got Snoop on there. I got Lil Wayne on there. These are features that I did myself, not my record label put together. These is features that I wanted for myself because I fuck with Wayne. I wanted to do a record with him and Fab. I knew if they gave it up and spit bars like that, it'd be a classic. And today it still is one. So, you know what I mean? I fuck with Wayne, man. Like, I'm willing to do a versus with anybody the same way I'm willing to battle anybody. Like, if I don't got no picks with battles, what makes you think I got to pick with verses? I'm willing to do a versus with only songs I did in 2020. Like, that's how busy I get. Like, I don't even got to go to my collection. I could just do songs I just did this year. And niggas still can't fuck with me because they don't work as hard as me. I'm talking about the top niggas. The top niggas that's doing verses right now, they probably don't got
Mm-hmm.
songs from this year. You know what I mean? I got probably like 60. I could just pick 20, you know what I'm saying, out of the ones I did this year. Like, I
Talk
get
that shit.
not fucking with me. And if I dig in my catalog, I've been around so long and I've been giving it up and I made history so many times. And plus all my records got bars. So you never gonna worry about me just playing no record that don't got no bars. Even my commercial records, I still had something to say in them.
That's multi-platinum though. At that. With bar, see that's that Cassidy. You are proof that you can have bars and go platinum. You don't have to sacrifice that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to ask you, like, being a person that came from being on a label to being independent. What advice would you give the up and coming artists right now? Like, what would you like to navigate the game now? What would you tell them to stay away from when it comes to entering this game?
There's nothing that you really got to stay away from. It just depends on the artist, the team that you got around you, and what you're trying to accomplish. But what I tell these artists, whether you're independent or not, or whatever you're going through, when you first get in the industry or when you first get into, realize what you in it for. Like, is you in it just for business, just because you want cars and money and success and you want to be a business person? Or is you in it for the culture because you really love hip hop, the culture, the rules, the regulations? You really love that. Make that decision first and foremost before you do anything. And once you make that decision, it'll help you with all of the decisions that come after that because you'll know how to make it. You won't make any you won't tarnish the culture for no money if you in it for the culture ever. Like, that would never come to your mind. You would just do everything for the culture, and if money come along with it, cool. But even if it don't, I'm still gonna do it because I love the culture. And if you in the for the business, then those people is like fuck the culture. They don't really care about no rules and regulations. Every decision they make is to get a bigger bag. So don't like try to like dance and go back and forth. Like, 1 minute I'm for the culture and no, I believe in this, but the next minute you make a business move for a check and sacrifice all of these rules for the culture. It's like you can't jump back and forth. You got to realize what you in it for and just stick to that.
That's deep. That's deep. So with the energy and bars is back, how many tracks are on each project?
I didn't turn it in yet. I'm doing it in the next couple of days. So in the next few days I turned it in. I told you I got over 60 records, so I'm not going to use all of them, but it's going to be a nice amount on both records, on both
And it's going to be on all platforms, right?
everywhere.
Yes, sir. So You have a lot of fans in here, and I want to give them a moment to just, I'm gonna pick some comments out. If y'all have questions that y'all want to ask Cass, this is your opportunity. First question, Cass, what strain you smoking on today? From the real Fryman? Yeah, the real Fryman.
This just some runs, some
Oh
low.
yeah, runs. Runs is alright. That's much. I just got hit the rose runs, so I've been fucking with that for a while. What was that? Hold on. What?
It's some
Oh,
pink. It's some pink runs.
oh shit, man. Nah, pink runs. I've had that, but that rose runs, you gotta try that. I'm telling you that now. The Breezy Supreme shit, I'm definitely grabbing the bars, Cass. So when that project come out, Breezy Supreme say you definitely grabbing that. How long does it take you to write a song?
It depends. I don't cheat on the science, so um, whether it take me 5 minutes, 5 hours, or whatever, I'm gonna just sit there until I get it right how I want. So it just depends on the vibe, the mood. It's not like it's the same every time. Like, you know what I mean? Depending on the song, what I'm trying to bring to the table on the song, how I'm feeling, it just depends. You know what I mean? I'm so conditioned that it never take me like days. I be hearing rappers talking about they in the studio with writers block. That that never happened to me ever. Like you, that's impossible. Like I know too much of the science that just gets stuck like that. But you know what I mean? Sometimes the piece up bars and the connect bars, like I the science, I always rhyme multiple syllables and connect to my next line off rhymes. So in order to piece up my thoughts like that is difficult and it's not easy. So sometimes the connected, it might take time for you to exact words in the shit that you want to say. And I sit there and do that. Like I never try to rush it or just say some just shit that's just filling in a line. I never do that. So I'm gonna take my time every time, but I'm consistent and I'm accurate. It don't take me a long time to write. Like I do that shit like that. That's why I got so much work.
Okay, so the next question was, what's your favorite album? So I want to ask you, what's your top five? Like top five, if you had to have the last five albums, what would they be?
That's a hard question, man. I don't know, man. My top 5 albums is um the last 5 albums that I put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't love nobody music more than mine's. Um, Nobody further along with the science than me. So I love my music and no I can't relate to nobody else's stories or they message more than I can relate to my own. So I like my 5 albums the best. But I like a lot of albums, man. I've been listening to music for a long time. Like as far back as I can remember, I was listening to music. You know what I'm saying? And all different types of music. Like I come from a music family. So I love so many albums and there's so many different types of music and different that's just a hard question, man.
Okay. Okay.
Celebrities that be answering them questions, they be just doing it because they heard other people say it. A lot of it be who they connected to, or who they tied with, or who they met, or you know what I mean. A lot of rappers be partially groupied out too. So,
Yeah.
oh man, I don't got no top 5 favorite albums like that'd just be too hard for me. Music, dude.
Does your son? Well, the next question was, does your son actually talk to you about rapping? Like, does your son want to rap with like as he gets older?
My son is a producer. Cash Go Crazy. He got a record that's going crazy on SoundCloud right now. Some record he just did. A girl named Belize. It's called Tomato Soup. He did a
Okay.
couple records for a lot of. Got a lot of records on right now. Um, he consistent and he active, man. And he only 16, so by the time he 18, I got him being the best producer in the world.
Yes, sir. Okay. Would you do a feature with an upcoming artist? Well, not. I don't know if you do it with this artist specifically, but would you do a feature with an upcoming artist?
I do features with up and coming artists all of the time. You know what I mean? Up and coming artists want to feature, they just gotta have the right bag. I'm not here to just like this is a business. This is what I do for a living. So you gotta have a right setup for the record. You gotta have a right plan put together for the record for me to want to do it. But I actually just shot a video earlier for a feature that I did with a girl from California. She came out to Atlanta and we did a video. You know what I mean? So I do features all the time, man. My email is shitlitty@gmail. You try and contact me. And I be putting together these mixtapes for up and coming artists who got bars. I released 7 of them. And this mixtapes just with a bunch of artists that's doing their thing, trying to get their music out, but might not got big platforms to release it on. So these mixtapes that I'm releasing is getting millions of views. So it's getting these artists the opportunity to get heard from a large amount of people. So I've been putting those together too for up and coming artists. I'm always working.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 more questions. I'm gonna let you get up out of here. The next question is: do you feel your commercial songs did not do as good as others in the industry? I don't. You know, I'm gonna let you go ahead and handle that one.
Every song that I ever released was successful. Like, you know what I mean? All my songs were big and they still hits to this day. So I don't know what they comparing it to. Or I don't even understand the question, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you're a multi-platinum artist. That was the uninformed fan thing, I believe.
Even after I wasn't with the machine, like a few years ago, I did a record called and it's like that went super viral. Like a lot of the videos got took down, but if you look at the video up right now, that's posted on is at 15 million views. Even people with machines and big budgets and millions of dollars behind them can't even put up those type of numbers. And I'm just doing that on the strength of mixtape shit. Like I'm active. People just don't understand it. They just think because you're not on the radio, like the average person winning because they don't understand business. They don't understand how the industry works. And I don't expect them to. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. You'll be just it's like, I mean, some people understand. A large amount of people in the world understand what I'm talking about, but it's gonna always be a large amount that don't. And I would never expect them to. But I don't make decisions based on what everybody else think or what everybody else knows, or like I base it on what I know and what I think.
You see that, and you're right about that. A lot of people don't understand because they think it's like a "what have you done for me lately" type of thing, not realizing that you can sit in the background and still be making as much noise as you was in the forefront.
In the background, because nobody more active than me. Nobody in the industry dropped more music lately
Oh
than me.
yeah.
On all platforms. Anybody could just use YouTube, go to Apple Music, Google my name Cassidy, and look at the dates. Nobody dropping more music than me. I'm always active. It's like I'm always working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting back. It's nothing sitting back about me. My work ethic is crazy, and nobody work harder than me. And I'm just willing to do that from the muscle, so I can reap all of the benefits and get all of the money instead of being a slave getting told what to do. I would never put myself back in that position again. I don't give a fuck. So that's the reason why I do it for the muscle. I'm not gonna put together no radio budget. Niggas don't even listen to the radio no more. If niggas knew how the business work and looked at radio ratings and the amount of people that listen to the radio, why would you spend the money required to get on the radio when there's not even that many people listening? I could just post that shit on my social media and more people will hear it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. Like niggas need to understand how the game go. You gotta pay money to get on the radio. That's why niggas got radio budgets. Why would you have a radio budget if you getting paid to be on the radio and they just put your shit on the radio because they like it? But that's how an uninformed fan think. Like, oh, you come out with a song, the DJs like it, they think it's hot, and they just start playing it. I think it worked. Come on, man. That's like baby shit. Like I was 11 and 12. Like I got in the game when I was 17. So as a teenager, I knew it didn't work like that. But now that I'm super, super, super grown, I really know how this shit work and how this shit goes. So for me to talk like that is like, come on.
And see, and you setting as a man, I want to say that you setting a dope example for your son because your son's gonna be a boss just like you. He is at this point. He's already doing his own thing. You know what I'm saying? He's not even 18 years old yet. You done set that example,
For sure.
and that's much respect to you on that because a lot of people don't set that example. They don't think about setting that example. You said, man, like I'm gonna do this shit from the muscle. I got a kid now. I'm not gonna be no slave to this system. I'm not gonna be no slave to the machine. I'm not gonna work for you. I'm gonna show myself and my kid that I can do it on my own, and you can too.
When I say I do it from the muscle, it mean that, you know what I mean? I'm at the tip of the pyramid. but I got a strong team. I got help. I'm not doing everything by myself.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do a lot of stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got to play their part. Just like every successful record label got a whole team. So you could build your own team up and be successful on your own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I'm doing right now. So I do everything from the muscle because I'm the tip of the pyramid, but I got a strong team, a lot of help. Like my publicist that even set up for me to do this with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would have never been possible if the part of my team didn't make it happen. So
That's 100% fact.
done.
So I got this last question for you. If you could go back and change anything, would you?
Nothing. Everything happened how it's supposed to happen. The higher power don't make mistakes, man. Everything go according to plan. And if anything changed in my past, then I'll be a changed man now. And who knows what that change would do to make me different now. You know what I'm saying? I like where I'm at right now. I like the man that I am right now. And I wouldn't be this man that I am right now if I ain't go through everything I went through. If I ain't see everything I seen, if everything ain't happen like how it happened. So I'm cool with it. Everything is perfect and it's going according to the plan. Might not necessarily be my plan because I'm not informed enough to make the correct decisions. But it's going according to the higher power plan, and I'm good with that.
And you know what? That's the realest thing that you could have said right there. Like, you giving it to God, man. And I want to say, again, I appreciate this interview, man, because I learned a lot from you, for one. You
So
are exactly as I thought you were as I grew up listening to you. Like, you said it best. You have always been the same person, and you are. You are exactly what I thought you would be. You will
So,
not.
bro, keep doing your thing, man. I got to get out of here. I got another interview at 7 o'clock, man. But it's
No
been
question. I appreciate it, man. Much love. Continued success, brother.
keep doing your thing, man.
All
Salute.
right.
Peace.
Salute.